While there have been plenty of retro Star Wars titles released on the Switch over the years, modern games have been a bit lacking. Now, most of the big titles have appeared exclusively on more powerful hardware, with games missing out on the Switch completely. Now, that's changed with the release of LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. The game promises huge worlds, revamped combat, flying missions, open world areas, and more. It's pretty ambitious, but is the Switch version worth taking a look at, especially if you have the means to play it on more powerful hardware? That's what we're here to talk about. Danny from the Famicast here. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Leave us a comment down below, and we may read it out on our bi-weekly show called the Famicast. Today, though, we're taking a look at LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga on the Nintendo Switch in this review. Now, if you've ever played a LEGO title, you probably know what to expect here. I mean, the series takes source materials from your favorite comics or movies and splices in humor and just general silliness. Now, this is no different with the Skywalker Saga. Now, all the mainline Star Wars movies are here to play through, Episode 1 all the way through Episode 9. Now, each movie is divided up into 5 main missions with numerous objectives, places to go, and items to collect. The story beats here are going to be familiar to any Star Wars fan out there. But the introduction of humor and general silliness, something that LEGO titles do quite well, and well, that's here too. Now, it's funny to see some super serious scenes turn into something unpredictably humorous. They did a great job in that respect, I think. Now, for those that are looking for less spoken dialogue, but the same level of silliness, there is kind of like a retro LEGO mumble mode, if you really want, and this can be used to give the game a similar feel to those LEGO titles of old. Now, outside of the main story mode, you are free to explore the places you visited in an open world setting called Free Roam. Now, there are a lot of secrets to find and characters to unlock, so if you want to track down everything the game has to offer, this is something you'll want to check out. Revisiting past missions or these open areas with different characters can help you in your endeavor to unlock more secrets and goodies. Now, while this is a vast game, don't make the mistake in thinking that this is a seamless open world game in like a traditional sense. I mean, yeah, it's pretty open, but areas and planets are kind of sectioned off for the most part. Now, that's not to say that this aspect of the game is poorly executed by any stretch of the imagination. Now, again, the areas on offer are pretty vast, and traveling to other planets or other areas, they're kind of masked behind these travel loading screens, which actually I found quite clever. The Skywalker Saga features quite a few different options when it comes to gameplay. Now, a big chunk of the missions will take place on foot. Now, characters will come equipped with a variety of blasters, lightsabers, and other melee-based weapons. Now, things in the Skywalker Saga have been revamped considerably, bringing things like cover-based shooting combat to the series for the first time. The gunplay here feels pretty great and really helps bring the series in line with other modern titles that are out these days. Now, of course, melee combat is also on point. While I don't think it's quite as smooth or intuitive as the ranged attacks and like that type of stuff, it's still fun. Now, different character types bring somewhat unique abilities and attributes to the table. Now, of course, force-wielding characters can push over enemies, move heavy objects, and more. You know, droids like R2-D2 are useful to open up specific locked doors. Imperial characters can have different weaponry and also unlock very specific doors. All this type of stuff. So, with all of these different playable characters and hidden and locked locations, it really is in your best interest to replay areas to get the most out of the game. Now, the Skywalker Saga also features a robust upgrade system for characters. Now, there are core upgrades, as well as upgrades for specific character classes. Now, while you can play through the game and not touch this aspect at all, I think it can be beneficial to make use of what's on offer here. Now, these are all unlocked via studs, like the in-game currency, and Kyber bricks. I honestly haven't gotten super deep into this aspect of the game, but some things like, the core upgrade stuff for, attracting more studs to get them to come to you, getting more health, or there's a thing that it basically makes it so it reveals secrets that are around you. I mean, these type of things are quite nice. Now, not only this, but these can also be upgraded up to 3 times with different boosts, which basically makes them more effective. Now, ship combat also plays a part in a handful of stages here. And also in the free roam stuff, you can, kind of fly around in different areas and stuff. I felt this was pretty smooth with an arcade-like feel, almost akin to games like Rogue Squadron and stuff like that. It was great seeing these cool set pieces in LEGO form too. So I really liked what was on offer here and just wanted a bit more, to be honest with you. Now, although the versions of the Skywalker Saga on PlayStation and Xbox platforms definitely pack more of a punch in terms of performance, I think the Switch does a respectable job with bringing the world of Star Wars to life in this version of the game. Now, despite the somewhat hazy appearance, the world of Star Wars in LEGO form really shines through. Locations capture the essence of what makes Star Wars Well, Star Wars. I mean, the streets of Mos Eisley and Coruscant are bustling with people. The forests of Endor and Naboo are lush with vegetation, and the halls in the Camino cloning facilities are as pristine as ever. Characters look and sound the part here too. Now, of course, there are some sound-alikes for some of the main characters. However, several voice actors that lended their talents to shows like the Clone Wars and all that type of stuff, they make their appearances here. Now, performance on the Switch is also, again, respectable. The game runs at a pretty consistent 30 frames per second and rarely sees any dips while playing. I mean, some jitters do happen here and there through some of the on-foot missions. For example, there's a battle scene on Geonosis that kind of suffers from some slowdown. But other than that, it wasn't like too terribly bad. I did find the cutscenes could be a bit choppy at times. Overall, though, I'm pretty satisfied with the game. I mean, if you're looking for better performance or graphics that are going to pop more, you're probably better off checking out the game on more powerful hardware. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is a fun, packed game. Star Wars fans will find a lot to like here with some new takes on familiar stories and locations. Now, while the visuals are definitely a step back from what you would find on more powerful platforms, the game does enough to immerse you into the world with engaging missions and tight gameplay. If you're a Star Wars fan, this game is basically a no-brainer. If you're a fan of action-based games with a comic twist, I think this is something that should be on your radar. Now, as always, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you like what you see, please feel free to drop this video a like. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. We've got tons of podcasts, video reviews, looks at Japanese games, and a whole lot more. Again, this is Danny from the Famicast. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.